back to do tag today. It's going to be the perfect palette tag. So I'm going to be using my phone to answer these questions. I was not tagged by anybody. I just wanted to do this video because I liked the first one, and so I thought I would do the second one. The first one is eyeliner, brush, or nothing included. Honestly, I'd rather just have the shadows. I do like some of the brushes in my palettes, like from the Urban Decay palettes, but honestly, I just rather have the eyeshadows. Name a palette you've hit pan on. I am in a project pan for the year, and I'm hit pan on the Urban Decay Fun palette. I used up, this one was here Syn, this one here is Baked, and this one is Oozy. I've used up these two, and then I'm working on Baked, and then there's 3 other shadows. I really like this palette, and I will be sad when it goes, because the thing about it is, they don't make that one anymore. So, the favorite Naked palette, that would be the Urban Decay Naked 3. It doesn't have to be a Naked palette. It can be, you know, any shadows that you like that are in that tone. And I like rose gold tones, if you can, you know, tell. So I like the Naked 3. Man, my phone is being silly. Let's see. The 4th question is favorite holiday or limited edition palette. I had a holiday palette from last year, the Tarte one. I actually gave it to my sister-in-law. I did not like it that much. There was only one shade in there I liked, and it was almost all matte, and I don't use matte shades, if you know me well enough, but I don't have some limited edition palettes, but I would have to say my favorite palette at this point right now is the Moondust palette. I love this one. I don't really know if it's going to be limited edition, but name the palette you would repurchase or wish you had a backup if it was no longer available. Well, I kind of already mentioned that. If this palette was available again, I would totally buy this. I actually bought this off of a different site. I didn't buy this off the Urban Decay site or Support, whatever. But I love this palette. I have a lot of favorite shades on that. And let's see. Name a shade you wish were sold individually. Most shades that I like are sold individually, because like I like Syn and Baked, and those are sold individually. I just need to buy them. Well, I bought one. So I really don't have one that I'm like, just like, oh, I really wish they sold this individually. I mean, in the palette for the Gwen's Folly palette, I do like this shade 1987, but Baked is kind of close to that. This one's a little more gold. Baked is on my eye right now, so you know, that I like gold shades, so if they were sold individually, I would totally like that, but, you know, hey. Then, wildcard question. Pick a question from the original tag. I'm going to pick best color payoff, and that would be Urban Decay shadows, especially Baked or Syn. Those have the best payoff, especially Baked. I freaking love that shade. I need it in full size. Name the palette you would recommend to a friend. That's hard because everybody has their own taste. I would recommend from the drugstore, if you're on a budget and you know you really want a really, really good palette, that would be the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. I would recommend that to most anybody because it's a good neutral palette and it has some great shades in there. So that's one I would recommend to my friends because it's just a really good palette. I have that palette, but it's depotted in my Z palette. So I don't actually have it to show you because I depotted most of my Wet n Wild stuff. I have this one here. It's from a old limited edition from last year. I do like this one, but it's limited edition, so. Alright guys, that's all the questions of the Perfect Palette Tag 2, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!